How's it going, my dream people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, your coach of the Bristol Drifloons, are back for week 1 of the BBR, and today we are going up against Mid-Poker Master and his Kentucky Torracats. There's not a state in the middle there, is there? It's just Kentucky Torracats. What is his team name? Oh man, it's been so long. It's been so long. Obviously, it will have been a while since you guys have seen me. Maybe I should have had the draft analysis up before this, actually, and a bunch of other things up before this. But this is the first video I'm recording. You guys will have seen on the channel there's been a long break. I'm just checking his team name because now, yeah, it's Kentucky Torracats. I started to doubt myself there. You guys will have seen on the channel there was a long break where I wasn't really posting anything. There's a whole bunch of reasons why that's happened. Maybe I've explained them in an update video or something. Maybe I haven't. But this is the first one that I'm recording back since that break. So I haven't played Mons in, I would say, a month now since the game against Seabad. Yeah, I'd say maybe a month now or more. I had to find all my recording equipment. Someone else has been staying in where I usually record. So all that stuff was tidied away. I had to get everything set back up. It just feels weird, man. It feels weird to be sat back in front of the camera recording again. Feels very odd. I'm playing Pokemon. So our draft is fire in this league. I'm going to run you quickly through the team that we're bringing. We're bringing the leftovers, bulky Aegislash, with substitute and King's Shield just to be obnoxious. We're bringing a Chopal Berry, Sword Stance, Terrakion. We're bringing a Nasty Plot, Wall Breaking, Hydreigon, a Rocky Helmet, Golisopod, a Stealth Rocking Pivot Landorus Incarnate, and a Defogging Pivot Whimsicott. And mid's ready to search. So that at least give you some idea of what we're rocking with in the team. It feels weird, man. It feels super weird. I apologize for the break to all you guys. I hope you guys didn't mind too much. There was a lot going on. I'm sure I'll have done an update video explaining what was going on, but there was a lot going on. There was just basically, man, I couldn't record anything. I'm very grateful to all of the leagues that I'm in that they kind of put a bit of a delay on things for my sakes to accommodate me, and were willing to wait for me to be back and to play these games rather than just kind of straight up kicking me out of the league. So this will be the last league that we'll have on the channel for a little while. I'm sure I probably said that in the draft analysis, which I haven't recorded yet. But yeah, this is going to be the last one for a little while. So let's make the most of it. That's another team that you get to see there. But you've probably already seen the game with that team, I would think, by now, because that was due a long while ago. You can see all the items there too on everything. So we're locking the team. Battle and land mode. Yes. He's asking if I got it. I'll tell him I'll go 1-5-2 and we can get into this. Sweet. I'm nervous, guys. I'm pretty nervous. I feel like I haven't played Pokemon in ages. Mid, I should shout out, go check him out. His channel, along with everybody else in the leagues, will be linked down in the description. Mid's the best, honestly. He's one of the people that I said that has kind of accommodated me having issues. He's honestly just the best guy, so go check him out. I have so much love and respect for Mid. Really, really top guy. I met him a few years ago when he was very young. He's still young compared to me. That's how time works. We both age. But he's not really just like a kid anymore. He's actually just turned into a really top guy, actually. So I would definitely recommend checking him out. I've got all my sets imported. Think everything's ready to go. If you're new here, if this is your first time seeing me, I'm pretty much always this disorganized. In life as well as in Pokemon, this is just who I am. So sorry. That's how it goes sometimes. It's just the way of the world. Okay, what's the kind of win con in this game? What was I thinking when I built this team? I have no idea. Alright, his team's slow. That's what I was thinking. His team's very slow. So I didn't speed increase Salamence with this thing. Could be a regret. We could still outspeed it potentially. So apart from the Persian, Terrakion outspeeds his whole team. Okay, I think this is pretty cool. Now, defensively, we don't have necessarily switch-ins to anything, really, which means that we have to play this game quite aggressively. Something like a Specs Sylveon, for example, could be problematic if he gets the read right on various things. So I do want to lead in an aggressive way. I'm tempted to lead Aegislash, as I don't really think that gives me a bad situation off the bat. So I think I'm going to do that. I do think it's just that Persian lead's annoying. because something could just get knocked off, but or parting shot it on, and it just gives me that difficult situation. But everything else leaves me too open to things like Sylveon or Melmetal. Nah, I think I'm okay with this lead. I think I'll stand with it. Or Salamence. Like, this way I can just get a big hit off on something with Aegis Slash early. And who knows, maybe get a substitute. I don't know what his Aegis Slash response is going to be. I can only assume it's going to be the Persian. In which case, we can probably 1v1 that with Aegis Slash anyway. So he's going to lead off with Salamence. I'm just going to go straight on the offensive here. If he wants to Flamethrower, that's going to be able to hit Whimsicott as well. So I'm not going to play that game. I'm just going to go aggressive from the off. Make sure I am, in fact, recording, because it has been a while, and I've been known to forget to do that. Okay, we are recording. Good. Okay, let's... I'm not going to give him free Dragon Answers or anything like that, so... I think I just want to hit the Flash Cannon early. I could Shadow Ball as it's... I don't think he's gonna... I think if he goes into anything, it would be the Persian. So, I'd rather Flash Cannon. I don't think he necessarily would... Yeah, I don't think he would go into the Quillfish. It's me drawing a Quillfish in the air, which is why I went for this over the Shadow Ball. So, I could have subbed, but if he had Flamethrowed or Earthquaked, it wouldn't have been worth it. So, I'd rather just get this damage off on Persian early, which is huge. Really, really nice. Big damage off on Persian. That's the one thing that outspeeds my Terrakion. Not that I can do a whole lot to my Terrakion, but just for speed control reasons, I think that's pretty good. So he can Parting Shot here, or he can Knock Off. I'm going to King's Shield. If he Parting Shots on my King's Shield, it's certainly not ideal, but there are things that I can do to deal with that. King's Shield won't stop Parting Shot, unlike Protect, but if he wants to go for a knockoff, potentially drop his attack by 2 stages, it then means when he does hit me with the knockoff, or 1 stage I think it is now in fact, but when he does hit me with the knockoff after, it's not going to do too much. So, I'm assuming knockoff's going to be the play. Now, he might be Dark Pulse, but again, that's all just good information. If it does Parting Shot, it's fine. I don't really have a play to stop that, but at least I get back into shield form. Had I Flash Cannoned, obviously it would have been preferable, but I suspect we would have seen Melmetal anyway, and it would have done minimal damage. So does Parting Shot drop by 1 stage or 2? I think it's 2, right? But now I'm doubting that. That seems... Okay, it actually goes straight back out into Salamence. Parting Shot... 1 stage, yeah, I thought so. I mean, I can check that in the game. I've got to get used to... Sorry, guys, it's been a while. I could check that by clicking Y and then going here. So, yeah, you can see we're at -3 attack, but only -1 special attack. I'm still in the same... thought process, to be honest, where if he is Fire Blast, I don't want to go Whimsicott. That's exactly what why I didn't want to go Whimsicott, because at the end of the day, it makes a ton of sense for him to bring that as his main kind of move to hit a bunch of things, and I just didn't need to say that with Whimsicott. Whimsicott would be the logical response to this, as I believe we score a crit there, yeah, pretty big crit. So we can King's Shield here, and we will take another one. If he wanted to hit something to hit Lancaster as well, what would he go for? Earthquake? Do I think he's got Earthquake? I'm going to King's Shield. I'm going to King's Shield and play it safe for now. As he switches out again. Probably predicting the King's Shield, which I think is a fine play. But it's okay with me as well. I wish I'd gone into Terrakion, which is what I was considering on the Fire Blast. But there was a couple of issues I had with that Terrakion play. It was one, if he did Fire Blast again and he burnt me, it didn't really seem worth it. And 2, if he did Earthquake, on the odd chance he's running like a mixed Salamence or something, I didn't want to deal with that. So, I can Shadow Ball here. I could go into Hydreigon. I don't think it's the time to go into Hydreigon. I could go into Nah, I'm going to Shadow Ball. I could go into the Landorus, but I think I'd rather just Shadow Ball. And if Aegislash goes down here, I've scored, I don't know, maybe 70% on his Persian, 80% on his Salamence. If he's not heavy duty boot, Salamence is potentially dead to rocks. So Landorus would have been a good play, but yeah, that's okay. I think I'm fine with that. I don't think this is essential for checking anything on his team, so it doesn't feel too bad. Now, I could go into this guy as Swords Dance, and then he can Volt Switch, and then Persian can come in and kill me. I don't like that play. But if I think I have to go into Terrakion. I think I have to go into Terrakion. I don't think there's any points for Stealth Rocking yet, because if this is webs, he's just going to get rid of them. It's just if he goes Melmetal, I don't love that. Nah, it's okay. I didn't write down his team, so let me open a sticky note so I can write down his team. Yeah, he does just sack the Persian. So a Swords Dance wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, but I think this thing could probably do some big damage to me, so I'm happy just to take my KO. Sometimes you just got to prioritize that. So Persian goes down. Vikavolt I know he has, and that has 1 KO now. Salamence I know he has. So we essentially trade Persian for Aegislash, but I get a bunch of chip in the process as well. And that's really his fastest thing gone. So I wonder if he's got a Scarfer on his team. I wonder what it would be. Salamence, Melmetal, Sylveon, which I think we might see here. And we actually see the Quillfish, which is going to intimidate. It does have that double intimidate core, of course. So it's not Moxie Ments. Alright, okay. I think I can see how this is playing. So I'm gonna make this play. 2, 4, 5 Quillfish at the end here. As he goes for the Thunder Wave, good play by him. Good play by him. I'm glad I didn't go into Whimsicott, which is what I considered. That would have been much worse here. So. I'm now probably slower than the Sylveon. Does this thing get flip turn? I think this thing gets flip turned. I don't have the best pivots into Sylveon. I'm going to Flash Cannon. I don't think this is staying in. I think he's going into Sylveon. And a modest Flash Cannon should still chunk this thing. And really what I'm trying to do is put this in range of Terrakion, I think. Because I think that's what we're going to be looking at for the end game here. So, yeah, that's really good damage. That's really, really good damage. Now, I don't have a perfect switch into this thing. I have switch-ins, but far from perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go Whimsicott, because if he wants to Wish, I can potentially Encore him into the Wish, and then Moonblast to make sure he doesn't pass it into Salamence. As he does just Hyper Voice, which is fine. I should be able to take a Hyper Voice. I don't take a Hyper Voice. I wonder if that means that's Specs, because I was pretty confident. I didn't run the calcs, but I was pretty confident that I would live that. So Sylveon, level 50. If that's a defensive Sylveon, that shouldn't be killing me. If that's a modest Sylveon, that shouldn't be killing me. That's a Choice Spec Sylveon, right? I did call it at the start. Yeah, that's a Choice Spec Sylveon. Alright. So we've got to find a way to knock it out, which I think possibly... If it's max HP, I think it has to be Terrakion. Yeah, I think my Terrakion Stone Edge is the way, which sucks because I don't want to have to click Stone Edge in this scenario. But if he's max HP, which he could, well, can he be max HP from how much my Hydreigon did? 44 is shown as the max roll. Did about 40. Do I want to risk the earthquake not killing? I don't think so. I don't think I want to risk the earthquake not killing because that's looking like a damage roll that I don't want to take, and I've never missed a Stone Edge in my life. Watch me miss the one on the Vikavolt when it matters. Woo! Oh man, I put so much faith in Torracats all the time. I'm always like, yeah, we never miss, boys. It's like when I got Keldeo clicking Hydro Pump. I'm like, I've never missed. I've never missed. Just doesn't happen to me. I don't miss. I don't miss. I do miss, and it scares the shit out of me every time. All right. This is still really crucial for sure. Like I could just go for like a greedy Earthquake, but this is still really crucial. It will kill Melmetal with some chip on it, if it's not Choble Berry, of course. It will kill Vikavolt, and it will kill Salamence if it isn't Scarf Salamence that kills me first. So the spikes go up. I'm okay with that. It's better than Webs going up. I'm not super relying on my HP on too many things right now. I think Dark Pulse is now unresisted against his team. So I'm just going to click the button. I haven't actually checked to make sure it's unresisted, but I don't imagine he's got... No, it is unresisted. So the Sylveon went 1 for 1. As out comes Melt, please don't get paralyzed. Okay, that's huge because that means Torracats can probably revenge kill this thing now. So I am going to actually give up some HP on this. I know this might seem odd to go into this because it might just seem like, why give up something that's max HP when you have Hydreigon that's paralyzed that you could just try and Dark Pulse again that might even still outspeed this thing. But the reason is I can get Rocky Helmet Chip off with this thing, which will definitely put it in range of either Torracats or Landorus. I don't know what item I think he's going to have. This is the problem. If you get hurt by the spike, of course, as he goes for the Ice Punch, which is even better because that means we get 2 rounds of Rocky Helmet Chip. God, I hope he's not sub. I really fucking hope he's not sub. I'm not Scold. I don't think I can lose to Dragon Dance Salamence right now. That sucks so bad. I would like switch out because this could potentially give him some opportunities for things. But he does just go for the Thunder Punch, and it is going to send me out with Emergency Exit, but it is going to get more Rocky Helmet Chip. So we haven't seen an item on him, so it depends whether we think... I'm going to use Torracats as a revenge killer, I think. Because I think in reality, he could go into Salamence on the... I think it will still kill, even if he's Chople Berry. So... he could go into Salamence on an Earth Power from my Landorus. He could go into Vikavolt from an Earth Power from my Landorus. And my Landorus isn't carrying enough moves to hit those things to force a KO here. So, close combat, yes, he can go into Quillfish, but then he has to take a close combat from this thing. And then potentially he's going to put himself in Earthquake range for me as the game progresses. So, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I could have Earthquaked there, potentially. But I don't think it would necessarily have done enough to max HP Melmetal. It's shown as doing 34 to max HP, so... we get off a little bit of chip here. Do we see a Black Sludge on his side? We do. Good. That's really... See, this is just good information. Like, there's no way this is bad for me. So, I think what I'm actually going to do here is... if he wants to double to try and predict this... Nah, I think this is still the play. He can try and make a double to read my Hydreigon that's coming every single time in his Quillfish and keep his Quillfish around and not have to switch in on a Hydreigon. I could see that, but at the same time, there isn't a whole lot I would want to do to try and, like... what would his double be? Probably Salamence, and then I don't really want my Golisopod in. I'm just sacking my Golisopod. There's no real point in that. If I wanted to predict that switch, then I'd probably be better off staying with my Torracats, and I don't want to do that. So, I'm just going to Dark Pulse here. Just going to Dark Pulse here. I think our position is okay. We're definitely banking on Torracats doing some bits in this endgame that we needed to hit some moves. I wish I'd put leftovers on it. I took leftovers off and put Chopelberry on. I don't remember what for now, to be honest with you, but I regret that. Please break through. Please break through this. Okay, we break through the paralysis. We get the Dark Pulse off. Is that going to do enough? It's not. I can choose to sack the Melmetal here. Not the Melmetal, sorry, the Golisopod. I don't think from the moves he's shown he's sub. So that's certainly an option. Paralyzed. He could outspeed me, but it's unlikely. Do I risk this in the name of keeping a sack later on? I think I do. I think I do. I doubt he outspeeds me because he seems quite bulky. Yeah, okay. I had... the whole risk versus reward thing there, the reward of getting to keep the sack in Golisopod, or this, seems pretty valuable to me, so I was happy to kind of do that there. I was happy to kind of make that trade. If I'd got fully paralyzed there, he would have ice punched me to hell and back, but that's not the point. So he can intimidate me here. Is he Fire Blast mixed Dragon Dance with Intimidate? I don't think he is. Can I lose to that still? Not at this range of health, I don't think. So I think I'm going to keep this around. Is that a good play? Yeah, it's a good play. I think from the information we've seen, I don't think he's Dragon Dance. This is a brave play, but again, I think it's the most sensible play to make to secure an endgame for myself. Because that Quillfish is still annoying. Yeah, and he does Dragon Meteor, and the chances of him Dragon Dancing in front of my already paralyzed Hydreigon, which I could easily sack, not necessarily the highest chance in the world, so... Okay. Bring this boy back in. Now, I'm willing to bet that close combat kills. If he's Scarf here, he won't get too much damage off on me because it's -1. So, I could Swords Dance. I could Swords Dance because he's not killing, is he? How much time have I got? I've got enough time. I can click fast at the end if I have to. Timid 252, Draco Meteor at -2 is gonna do 32 to 39, and then the next one at -4 if he was Scarf is gonna do 21, so I would live. I'm gonna Swords Dance here. And that's going to put me at +1 for the Quillfish, which I think means I can then kill the Quillfish. And I won't drop my defense, which I would have done if I'd gone for a close combat. So I'm not even sure that Quillfish will kill me in return with a liquidation or anything. I might be wrong on that. So +1 Terrakion to a Quillfish. Yeah, liquidation. I mean, it's looking like I kill with Earthquake. It's looking like I kill with Earthquake, depending on his spread, and for him to have the offense to kill me, he would need to not have the defense to live this. So I don't think he can kill me here with a liquidation, so I think we're forcing the endgame we want here. Yeah, perfect. Izzy Spikes, Liquidation, Aquajet. I don't live the Spikes anyway, so there's really no point in finding out. I can just close combat here. The reason I close combat is if he went into, say, Vikavolt or Salamence, got an Intimidate off, tried to save the Intimidate on this thing, it just feels pointless. Just feels pointless. So, may as well stay as strong as I can stay. Now, if he is Scarf Salamence, he can maybe win. Yes, Scarf Salamence can maybe win. Okay, from that switch, I would say it's Scarf Salamence. I don't think it can win. Because I think what I do is I think I go Landorus. Yep, so he is Scarf. Maybe I should have Earthquaked quiet twice on the Quillfish instead of Swords Dancing. If I was predicting the Quillfish play, but I wasn't necessarily. I'm hoping I live 2 of these. I'm leftovers and I'm bulky. I'm praying I live 2 of these Dragon Pulses. I didn't think he would have Dragon Pulse. I was, yes, okay. This is really good. This is really good because what I do is I click Toxic and I click Stealth Rocks. I nearly clicked Stealth Rock that turn, but if he stayed in, I just lost the game, so it wasn't worth it. I click Stealth Rock here. And the only thing he can do is double back into the Ments, which I don't think he's going to do. So, I think this wins us the game. I think. Because I don't think Vikavolt is going to kill me. Okay, I think that seals the game. This is the end game that I thought would happen if he was Scarf, but I thought he'd be Draco Meteor. So I thought he would Scarf Draco Meteor to kill my Terrakion. He would then be at -2. He'd have to switch out into his Vikavolt, and when he switched out into his Vikavolt, I would set up rocks with my Landorus. Ah, Spadef drop. No. No. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, so I thought he would drop his special attack with a Scarf Draco Meteor. I would set Stealth Rocks as he switched out into the Vikavolt trying to reset the drops, so he could come back in and Draco twice and hope that his -2 Draco killed my Hydreigon. I don't have a Dragon move on my Hydreigon anyway, so he would have 1v1 me with Scarf Draco Meteor. So that's how I thought the end game would play out. That was my kind of thinking. As it happened, he was Dragon Pulse, which I didn't really expect on a Scarf set, but it makes a ton of sense. Why did I sack my Hydreigon there? To reset that special defense drop that he just got with the Bug Buzz that otherwise could have potentially killed my Lando, and then he would have been able to kill my Hydreigon this turn if he had like crit my Lando or something, which didn't seem like a good play. I didn't like that play. Also, U-turn was just my only way of getting damage off on him, but in general this just seemed like a better line to take. So, hard-fought game. Games against mid are always good, man. He's a very good player, and they're always fun. But this team, I love this draft. This draft's nuts. This draft's actually nuts. I mean, we just soloed an endgame with the Lando that everyone says is bad by clicking Stealth Rock U-turn Toxic. I love that. I love that endgame. Ments is going to come in and die to rocks. We've seen a Scarf because it outsped my Terrakion. Unless I just did terrible speed creep with my Terrakion. I didn't. Good. Awesome. GG to mid. I really enjoyed that game. Hopefully you guys did. It's been a while, man. I always talk about retiring and stuff, and maybe for real life reasons I do need to retire after this league, but I do love playing. When I get to play, I'm like, fuck, I love this game. I don't want to retire. It's so much fun. And I miss all my friends, man. I miss my front office. I miss hanging out with people, but that's what it is. Anyway, thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.